Are you craving for a bit of horror, scary sounds, creepy environments, and actions as in classic horror movies? There are a lot of mobile games that can help you to immerse into the atmosphere of chilling horror and get goosebumps on your skin. But wouldn't be it much better to play such games with a friend or any other person online? Horror games that support a multiplayer mode require a stable online connection and let you collaborate with a friend or play against each other. Have a look at the list of best horror multiplayer games for Android and iOS and don't play games alone anymore. 1. Horrorfield. If you are a crazy fan of horror but simple single-player games are boring for you, Horrorfield's game app will satisfy your desire. More than 5 million downloads from Android market, and the number can be bigger if there was an iOS version. In this easy-to-play horror game, you can compete with your friends online and see who will be a victim of a crazy butcher or who will survive. All actions take place in an eerie asylum with a lot of monsters appearing from the corner terrifying you. Dozens of man-traps are placed in each step to capture you, and screaming will attract the main monster, the killer. There are 7 survivor characters for you to choose from: basketball player, doctor, engineer, thief, mercenary, scientist, police officer. All of them have exclusive abilities and unique roles. For example, a doctor can heal himself, an engineer can fix generators and crafts items to leave the shelter faster, a police officer can catch the murderer. If you desperately feel that your role is to stand on the other side and bring horror to everyone, choose the murder characters. You will have a butcher, monster, ghost, and cultist. Respectively, each murderer has his own ability and a role. The ghost can pass through the wall and scary to death the survivors, while monster can turn into the werewolf, etc. Only playing for the survivor allows allying with other players in multiple online games. Consequently, playing for a monster won't let you the chance to cooperate, and you will be one against everyone with only one aim: to hunt and kill the prey. The game considered to be really intimidating and frightening. 2. Slender Man Hide and Seek multiplayer. Slender Man Hide and Seek is a scary multiplayer game with students against a Slender Man's main scenario. Play with your friends, choosing which character you will take. The story of this game isn't clear, but the main aim is to find this Slendersman *S doll's amulets that are placed in chests and to destroy them. The Slender Man *S main goal is to catch all students before they have destroyed all amulets. Slender Man is a very popular hero in the digital world of mobile games. This particular version is available for free for Android and iOS devices. 3. Dead by Daylight Mobile. This is an exciting multiplayer horror game where you can play up to 5 people together. One of your friends is a killer and haunting the rest 4 friends. The task of others is to hide well and to win the killer. Here you will find scary surprises and atmospheric elements literally everywhere. The plot of the game is based on the classic hide and seek story. In the Dead by Daylight, you will find your favorite characters of this game series: Mike Myers, Amanda Young, Ghostface, and other classic characters from the most famous horror movies. At the beginning of the game, you can either choose who is going to be the killer and who the survivor manually, or you can do that by using a randomizer. The same way it works with choosing the powers of each character. Besides, the characters themselves are customizable. You can choose the clothes, accessories, and makeup, express your personality. The graphics of this game is more than exciting, and all the renewed locations will impress you by the realisticity that they have. The game works well on all the devices, however some users complain about the bugs in the game. Overall, there are no significant drawbacks, and you and your friends are going to have a lot of fun while playing this horror game.
Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons.
4. Slendytubbies. Android edition. Do you like scary, ridiculous monsters? Here they are presented in Slendytubbies multiplying mobile game. This online horrific game is a combination of a Slender game and lovely Teletubbies. So, here they are not lonely anymore. The main goal is to collect bowls with custard, trying not to be caught by one of the tubbies who is playing the role of a Slenderman. Starting the game, you will have a choice either to play alone in a single-player game or with friends online in a multiplayer. In a second option, you have to join a playing room with a maximum of 6 players. Let's list some features to have a clearer insight into a game. The graphic is nice with scary foggy landscape yet not dark, so your eyes won't get tired quickly. Background sound is also creepy and reminds someone's moaning. Suddenly appearing loud scream when you approaching one of the tubbies is the scariest things, especially if you wearing a hands-free. During the game, you can chat with other players texting them and it will appear on the screen. In the end, I can say that the game isn't scary despite the fact that Teletubbies turned into monsters like a creepiest child *s nightmare. But definitely in the midnight, the game will add some adrenaline into your blood. 5. Dead Plague. Zombie Outbreak. I want to present to you one of the most exciting horror games with elements of a shooter. The Dead Plague. Zombie Outbreak mobile game is based on a classic Hollywood movie scenario. The whole action takes place on an island where the dangerous virus spread around, infecting inhabitants and turning them into creepy zombies. The virus went out from a research center and spread fast with the help of a warm tropical climate. Your aim will be to fight against zombies, not to get eaten, and collect data that will shed the light over a mystery of this lethal virus. For this, you will gather your online team with up to 4 members. Search for friends all over the world to play together in this multiplayer zombie shooter in a horror environment. 6. Identity V. Identity V is a relatively new survival horror game that was released in 2018. The game starts from a scene where you as a detective finding a mysterious letter with an invitation to investigate abandoned manor. Then the storyline began with the first scene describing what a detective has found in the manor. The manor looks very scary, abandoned and damaged except one room where detective will stay as it looks mysteriously clean. Step-by-step instructions will lead you during the game. A lot of scary, strange things happening to add more horror in the game process. Then a detective will enter one of the survivors' bodies and quests will begin. In the game, you will have a lot of different characters to play for, choosing a gender and costumes for a character. You will play with 3 other survivors running from a crazy creepy hunter that makes lots of intimidating sounds and looks really merciless. You need to cooperate with your teammates to proceed further in the game. The main aim is to decode cipher machines, open the gate and escape. I want to add that the game brings a frightening sensation due to its gloomy graphics and lots of dreary sounds. It is definitely worth playing due to its graphic, storylines, and variety of scenes and quests. It's free to download for iOS and Android users. 8. Bigfoot Monster Hunter. Bigfoot Monster Hunter is an awesome multiplayer horror survival game that you can play with your friends. The whole action takes place in a forest where a Bigfoot monster dwells. The rumors say that each who stepped into that forest was found dead. You and your team, knowing that scary information, is prepared to hunt the beast. You will have in your arsenal a hunting rifle, bear traps, a spy camera, a flashlight, etc. You are fully equipped for hunting, but be aware that one moment a hunter can become prey. With this in mind, you have to cooperate with friends in a hunting and survival process, as after any turn the beast can wait for you. You can gather your real-life friends in a team or find random online gamers. In addition, I want to say that the graphic of the game is simply perfect and you will enjoy the game process. The game is available for iOS and Android devices. 9. Horror Hunt. Until Daylight. The game is really similar to Dead by Daylight. The idea and the gameplay are the same. You are playing with a group of people and you have to choose who is going to be the survivors, victims, and who is going to be the killer. The graphics of the horror hunt game is more than decent. All the characters and effects look hyper-realistically. Well, being more precise, here you have the 4 hunters and 1 monster. The aim of hunters is to kill the monster, the aim of the monster, otherwise, to erase everyone before the sunrise. Another specific feature of the game is that here you can change your powers and skills during the game, by collecting points. Along with that, each type of monster and hunter possess their own specific abilities. You either die before the dawn or stay alive. By the way, users complain there are lots of bags in the game and the monster is much easier to play for. 10. Friday Night Multiplayer, another game in a series of online multiplayer murdering games that gives you choice whether to be a trapped survivor or a cray ruthless murderer. This scary game offers a great choice of actions. For example, if you are a survivor you have to find a way to escape and there are few options. Manage to call the police, kill the murderer. For this, you have to search for a weapon and be skillful enough to fight against a cruel murderer, fix an abandoned car, try to unlock the gate you can escape the trap from. The role of a murderer is quite easy. Chase and kill all the victims before they survive from your trap. Invite your friends to play together in the game where you feel tense being followed by a scary murderer that can jump from any corner on your way. The game is available for both platform iOS and Android for free.